Last night, on the eve of Thanksgiving, the Warriors lost to a strong OKC Thunder team in a thrilling matchup featuring a lot of defense and one where the Warriors really struggled to score in the last 5 minutes of the game, essentially only putting up about 5 points between the 5-minute mark and the end of the game. And a large part of that, in my opinion, was due to the fact that Steph Curry was out and Jonathan Kuminga was in. This game was a chance for Jonathan Kuminga to really step out, but he didn't. And it really raises concerns for Warriors fans over what Jonathan Kuminga will be. In today's film review, we're going to go over what Jonathan Kuminga did in this game and what I believe Warriors fans should maybe temper expectations for him, and it might be time to actually trade him for somebody who can actually create off the ball and actually create when there's not Steph Curry in the lineup every single game. This first clip right here, what we're going to see is Jonathan Kuminga is going to be on essentially in Draymond's eyesight right over here. And it seems like, we're trying to get Jonathan Kuminga involved early. This was clearly a move by Steve Kerr to get Jonathan Kuminga a lot of shots this game. He shot like 4 threes within the first quarter, even though he only made like 1 or 2 at the start. But this was a clear motive from this game. We realized to win this game, we're going to need our young players to play well. So we have Jonathan Kuminga shooting 3, and he bricks it. But I'm fine with that. Like, he needs to take these types of shots if he's going to become the player that we want him to become. Okay, now we have him initiating on offense. And this is where I think the real concern comes in. Obviously, his shot he can work on throughout the season and are expected to get better. It's gotten better every season as we've gotten to the end of the season. Right here, though, the creation off the ball. So you see we have Jalen Williams on Jonathan Kuminga right here. And Jonathan Kuminga looks like he's in good position right here, okay? What does he need to do here? He needs to keep the ball away from Jalen Williams and also make sure that Hark, who's coming over to kind of defend right here, that isn't able to get the ball. He has a couple options to go with the ball. You see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is kind of splitting the difference between Pods and Draymond, and Draymond's been shooting the best in terms of percentage from 3 this season, so that's a potential good pass. But there's a lot of options right here. It's pretty good play for Jonathan Kuminga and the Warriors. Right here, though, you see Jalen Williams is able to catch up and knock the ball out of Kuminga's hands, and this is basically a turnover right here. And Shai is able to kind of get the ball and obviously dribble it out. But the important point being that Jonathan Kuminga's sense of ball and sense of mind of where the ball is, especially when he's in the paint, is not that good. I feel like he almost always complains about getting fouled here, when clearly, honestly, that was a clean strip. And one thing I'd like you to notice is he's pretty open right here, right? Like he didn't like go to the floor or anything. He like acted like he was about to dunk, but obviously he did have balls, so he didn't dunk. But notice how you never see Kuminga in the entire picture right here. Draymond actually from the 3-point line, basically the corner, is able to sprint down and get into the frame, but Kuminga never even tries to get back. And I think that worried me a little bit, even when I was watching this game. Why isn't Kuminga getting back to help out his teammates? He's the one who made the mistake, and now Pods is going to have to pay for it. And he's obviously a great guy at drawing charges, but it's something we'd want our, all-star player to do. Somebody who is going to be hopefully our second scorer. Besides Andrew Wiggins, we'd want it to be like 2A, 2B, but that's not really what's happening here. Right here, we have, once again, Kuminga's being guarded at the top of the screen. And we have Cason Wallace kind of guarding him. It seems like Shai and Cason Wallace kind of miscommunicate. Cason Wallace like, oh, you should have kind of gone here, and we should have switched. But Isaiah Joe is in a good position, helping off of Brandon Podziemski, another problem that the Warriors have for sure, but that's not for this video today. It's another video. But essentially, Kuminga's wide open here, and he's going to dunk right over the Thunder. And honestly, that was an awesome dunk. I loved it when it happened. And it's something that makes Warriors fans, I think, even want more. Honestly, I show it as a highlight, but also to showcase, like, he can finish at the rim. If he goes up strong and goes up with authority, he can finish at the rim. And that's why I think Warriors fans are always wanting more when he's playing. Right here, we have another clip where Jonathan Kuminga is going to be driving on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And, okay, there's a clear mismatch here. He's been driving him towards the basket this entire time. Hartenstein is looking to help, but he has to stay kind of cognizant of Draymond Green just because of how good Draymond Green's been this season, shooting 3. So he stays cognizant, and he tries to jump right here, but he's not really in a good position, Hark is, to jump. But this is not a shot that Kuminga can miss. The the finishing around the rim really has to improve. He goes all the way up over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Basically what a wide open lay-in, but he misses the lay-in, and that's going to be obviously a missed shot. And obviously we did end up getting the rebound, but it's not something we want him missing. We want him able to get to the rim and able to finish, and that's an important part of his game. And I feel like early in the season, the returns haven't been great on that. And one other thing I'd like to highlight here is Jonathan Kuminga's defense and what he does and what he doesn't do. Right here, we get a double team. Jonathan Kuminga does a great job of reaching over the top, knocking the ball out of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's hands, and getting a turnover. This on-ball defense is something I love to see from Kuminga. When he's playing aggressive and playing smart, I think he really does a good job. The reason that was smart right there, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander thought he cleared Kuminga, thought Kuminga was in a terrible position to defend. Kuminga is right behind him, basically in his blind spot, and he's able to get that turnover. You can juxtapose that with other clips that Kuminga has, like right here, where we have 6 seconds left in the third quarter, and Kuminga's on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What do you not want to do here? You don't want to foul. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander kind of plays with Kuminga a bit, and you can see him kind of shuffling his feet a lot. It's like, I think this is when Kuminga's like aggro mode on, like I'm going to be super aggressive. I'm going to go after everything. It's like, why are you doing that, Kuminga? There's only 4 seconds left in the quarter. We really just need you to kind of wall up and stop it. And what Shai's going to try to do here is kind of foul grift. He hasn't been shooting well the whole game. So then he does this kind of foul grifting move, and it works because Kuminga really pushed up a lot. And I think sometimes it once again comes back to the ball knowledge, the smarts, everything like that. Just like that play when he got swindled by Jalen Williams. This play right here, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really gets him and is able to basically take advantage of him to get a foul and potentially get 3 free throws, which is something we can't have happen. Here's another play. Jonathan Kuminga's guarded by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's in the paint. He has control of the ball right here, and he just makes a wild pass. It's just not good. He didn't need to leave his feet there, actually. I think if he just did a nice Euro step, he could have passed it. And this is honestly when I freaked out. I was like, okay, man, like this is a simple pass. If you just kind of look back just a little bit, a simple pass. So what do you have to do here? I mean, Draymond is at fault for probably not going and dropping into the corner, but Kuminga can't assume that he's going to do that. And the pass to him is wide open. As Lu Dort, you see here, as the play plays out a little bit more, Lu Dort commits. And right here, Lu Dort's in no position, if a pass were to whiz over his head, to really contest anything. And, he'd probably be confused. Draymond will be able to shoot it, or they'd probably fan out from here. But the point being that Kuminga can't miss passes like that. And we're in this key play with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Warriors are clearly relying on him to be the primary offensive creator and draw all the attention and then kick it out. But he doesn't do that here. Instead, he makes a terrible blunder and a turnover, which is definitely something the Warriors can't afford at this stage in the season and with Steph Curry out specifically. If you guys like this content and like this commentary on Kuminga, please let me know. And if you guys would like to like and subscribe, we'll definitely come out with more content like this if you guys like what we're producing. Thank you guys for watching.